My name is Karen Spencer, and it is a great privilege to have been asked to lead this ceremony through which we will focus on and celebrate Sue Ann's 20 short years of life. There is no doubt today we all need strength to get through this tragic loss of life. The following verse is a way of seeking that strength and comfort that will help us get through this service together. Within us is the strength to meet life's challenges. We are stronger than we think. Every challenge in our life helps us grow. Every problem we encounter strengthens our mind and soul. Every trouble overcomes, increases an understanding of life. When all of our troubles weigh heavily on our shoulders, remember that beneath the burden we can stand tall, because we are never given more than we can handle, and we are stronger than we think. So we can do this together today, can't we? In doing so, it is hoped to provide some comfort to those of you that are most affected by her passing. I know it will be with heavy hearts that you have made your way here from far and wide to pay your last respects. It demonstrates the esteemed regard in which you held Sue Ann. I know that there are some of you, for circumstances beyond their control, could not make it here today, but I'm sure they are thinking of you all at this difficult time. Sue Ann was important to each of you in very different and special ways. As a daughter, as a sister, as a granddaughter, and as a friend. Her individuality, her caring, and her passion touching each life in this room in its own unique way. And today you have come here with your love, your care, and your respect. This is a time for expressing our sorrow at her death and trying to comfort those who were closest to her. But mostly, this is a time for celebrating her life. We will talk of her life as we stroll down memory lane and share some of the cherished memories, and then we will commit Sue Ann's body to be cremated. Sue Ann's spirit and her life were a part of the spirit and the life of the people who were close to her, and with her death, there is a part of us that dies too. We think today of those who were closest to Sue Ann. Lives which have been closely tied together cannot be separated without pain. We think of all the other people who have over the years been important in Sue Ann's life, or for whom Sue Ann has been important. The people she grew up with, the people she worked with, the people whose company she enjoyed, and the people's lives that she touched every day. Sue Ann was there for each of you as a friend and a confidant. Repay her loyalty with love and hope and inspiration, and a promise of a new day where all pain and suffering is swept away. One thing we can be certain of today is that Sue Ann would not want you to remember her in her sadness, but rather in love, and perhaps with a smile and with a thought to all of the good and happy moments in her life. We gather to honour Sue Ann's memory and to support one another in a grieving death that is the hardest death to grieve, death that is chosen. Sue Ann was a bright shining star in so many people's lives. Last Sunday morning, Sue Ann completed a decision. Where there is pain, confusion, despair, and doubt, we long for the end to suffering. For some, like Sue-Ann, life no longer had any choices but one. She found a solution and an answer to her own question. She was searching for a place, and to her, this was her place to be. The mind was exhausted, the heart frightened, and the end taken. It was in no way an example for anybody to follow. The suffering does not end, however, for those who have loved and cared for her. Friends and family are left with feelings of shock, betrayal, anger, and sadness. And, in time, compassion and forgiveness. Those that are left ask and continue to ask, what could I have done? What didn't I see it? No one knows, and nothing will bring her back. Don't allow your soul to shed tears alongside your own. Don't have her suffer from the deepest of regrets because you suffer. Let her soul be in peace. Make it your gift to each other, to uplift and support each other. Don't wallow in thoughts of what might have been. Let blame be replaced by understanding, love, and empathy for all, and allow love to heal all wounds, especially for Sue-Ann. No one is responsible for Sue-Ann's choice but Sue-Ann. We come into this time with a range of emotions as deep and as complex as the girl we are remembering. Here there is love and the searing pain of separation. Here there is anger and the futile search to understand why Sue-Ann could not weather the despair and locked herself alone. Here there are questions. Why? Mostly, why? Some of you have come feeling bruised by her death and asking what you could have done to prevent it. Let us remember that no single act of desperation can define a life. No matter how stalked by pain, Sue-Ann's life also had its moments of delight and happiness. Caring, friendship, sharing, and love. There are still so many things you wanted to share with her and her with you, like just sitting with family and friends, all good spirits, having a chat, a joke, and a laugh. This sadness for the loss of life, full and blossoming, mingles with the sadness for the loss of possibilities not realised. So we gather today to farewell Sue-Ann. We gather to comfort each other in our grief and to honour the life of Sue-Ann.